What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. Now everyone who follows Mullen stock knows that the stock is down massively, especially over the past 2 months. But is Mullen stock about to pop and go on a run? Well, if this is ever going to happen, then it will be in the coming week. And in this video, I will show you the logic behind this. If you follow my channel, then you will know that I am not bullish on Mullen at all. I called this out in 2022 at over $3 as one of the stocks to avoid. And everything that I have said would happen has happened, and Mullen is down like 98%. However, with the stock price currently at 11 cents and retail interest in Mullen stock peaking once again, I think that Mullen stock is about to be pumped and is likely to pop again this week. So it's a question of, is MULN stock a buy right now? Now this video is not financial advice in any way, and I am not a financial advisor. If you want to invest in Mullen stock or not, that is your choice, and I highly recommend that you do your own due diligence. That being said, let's get into it. So the biggest catalyst for Mullen stock this week will be the delivery of vehicles. And I feel that the stock is going to be pumped up before we even get any actual kind of news from Mullen. Right now on social media, there's a lot of photos being shared of Mullen vans, or should I say old ELMS vans, but with the Mullen logo on the front of them. For example, this photo right here, that is being shared across StockTwits, Discord and Twitter, that supposedly shows Mullen vans on March 25th at Randy Michery in Mooresville. And this, along with a couple of videos being shared of the Mullen vans that were at the Tunica facility, and a video showing that these vans are no longer there, are ramping up the expectation that Mullen might be about to deliver on something for the very first time. Now these do coincide with a recent Mullen PR last week where David Michery said that there is planned product delivery, stating that Mullen anticipates making Class 1 EV deliveries to various commercial customers before the end of March 23 in connection with the customer orders referenced below. So on December 14th, 2022, Mullen announced a purchase order from Randy Michery in Isuzu for 6,000 Class 1 EV cargo vans. This transaction is valued at approximately $200 million. So obviously a $200 million deal is quite a big deal. And despite the fact that there is no mention from Mullen about what profit they would actually make on this $200 million deal, the fact that it looks like they might be about to deliver has social media and Mullen fans all hyped up, and I feel that this will bring strong buying pressure this week, leading up to a possible announcement from Mullen Automotive. But there is a few things that you need to consider, which I will talk about in just a moment. But before that, look at this PR again. Mullen anticipates making deliveries to various commercial customers before the end of March 2023. Various customers. So could that mean that we actually get news about the Menzies deal too? Now I spoke about this in a video yesterday. Mullen have said that they will deliver to Randy Michery by the end of the month, but there is also the deadline for the pilot program at Menzies Aviation and Loop Global. This was announced on February 2nd, so 60 days from that date is April 3rd. Now of course, Friday is the end of the month, and David loves to release PRs after hours on Fridays, so we could be waiting all week before hearing anything. But I expect that there will be plenty of people pumping the stock over the next few days, and that could see the stock rise up. Remember that the stock is down from about 45 cents at the beginning of February to the current price of just 11 cents. So even if Mullen stock went on a massive run and gained say 100%, it would only still be 22 cents, which is only a small amount above what was the all-time low just a few weeks ago. So as I said, I think the stock will get pumped this week and will go up a bit. How much will MULN stock go up? I really don't know. This is based solely on hype and is impossible to calculate. Of course, it is always possible that David uses any increase in stock price to flood the market with hundreds of millions of shares, like he has done so many times before. Like I said at the start of this video, I am not bullish on Mullen at all. I think that Mullen stock is just a scheme for David Michery and co to sell shares to retail investors with no real plan to develop anything. But that does not mean that the stock might not rip up in the coming days before crashing back down again. As we know from the past year, time and time again, Mullen have made announcements and have delivered on none of them. This possible delivery of Chinese imported vans might actually be the first time ever that Mullen has delivered on anything. Like I pointed out in yesterday's video, so should Mullen shareholders expect to hear an update by April 3rd? Or will David Michery fail to deliver once again? After all, Each of the deals that were announced to build hype at the same time as Mullen was flooding the market with hundreds of millions of shares. But I'm not going to talk about that in this video. If you want me to discuss this, then drop a comment below, and I will make a video showing just how much Mullen is screwing investors over every single time they announce a new, huge partnership or massive press release. Remember the battery technology announcement that sent the share price soaring nearly 150%? Or the time Mullen announced a partnership with Next Metals, which a senior Next Metals executive later said did not exist? Not many people will even have heard of the $60 million purchase agreement for 1,200 commercial EV fleet vans by Heights Dispensary, or the December 2020 deal for 10,000 Mullen 5s from Unlimited Electrical Contractors Corp. Of course, this was back when Mullen were calling their prototype the MX-05 before redesigning the body. So for Mullen to actually deliver on anything would amaze me. By the way, when I say that I feel that Mullen is just a scheme for Michery & Co to sell shares without producing anything, this is an example of what I mean. Looking at the Mullen Automotive latest 10K and 10Q filings, we can see their financial statements. When we look at their 10K for September 2021, they had 5.1 million shares. But once they went public and were able to cash in on retail investors, this was up to 17.4 million by December of 21. By September 2022, that had increased to 278 million shares, and in just 3 months, to December 31st, 2022, that was up to 1.36 billion shares. Now the latest filing from earlier this month, filed on the 6th of March, shows that there was 2.1 billion shares outstanding as of March 2nd. But the selling shareholder, aka Turin Pizer, was able to sell an additional 522 million shares. So the full share count of Mullen right now is at least 2.6 billion. In other words, double what it was just 3 months ago. Now I warned about this all last year, that David Michery is planning to do this, and right now he is allowed to dilute by up to 5 billion shares. So I cannot wait to see the next earnings report to see just how much dilution has really happened in 2023. Guys, if you appreciate this information, then consider subscribing to the channel and hit the thumbs up if you find any value in this video. As I said already, look at this chart. Look at the level of dilution that has gone on without the company ever producing anything, and be under no illusions about Mullen. Even without producing anything, their loss for operations for 3 months was 73 million. The company has only $87 million at the end of February, as per David's press release last week. That means that Mullen have gone from $68 million in cash in December to $87 million in February, which is an increase of $19 million. And in that time, they have increased the share count from 1.36 billion up to 2.125 billion. That's an increase in shares of 765 million, for which they have received just $19 million. In other words, they have got approximately 2.5 cents per share during a period where the share price was as high as 45 cents and as low as 21 cents. Mullen stinks, it's as simple as that. Is there a chance that Mullen will pop this week? Yes, I think so, but be careful with this stock, guys. If it pops, get in, get out. Never be afraid to take profits, and don't get greedy because this stock will burn you. Anyways, as I said earlier in this video, this is not financial advice in any way, and I am not a financial advisor. If you want to invest in Mullen stock or not, that's your choice, and I highly recommend that you do your own due diligence. If you enjoy my content and the fact that I bring you facts that other channels won't, then help my channel and smash the thumbs up. And remember to vote on what video that you would like to see next. As always, I do try to respond to all comments, and whatever is voted for, I will make a video about. And if you are not a member of the Discord community, then check that out, where you can talk to me about any stocks. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.